Okay, right. Now you're recorded, yeah. Okay. First, semua turn on your camera. Please turn your camera. Okay, now. Seperti yang saya cakap, midterm exam 19 dan 10. Okay, kita akan buat dalam bentuk MCQ. I have not decided how many question that we're going to put in. But it will be in MCQ. And you have also your individual assignment. Okay, individual assignment. Due date dia 26 October 2020. Okay, and then your group assignment. Submission of group assignment on the 21st December. Then presentation is from 21st December up until 28th of December 2020. Okay, I'm going to talk about individual and group. For the lesson and assessment plan, ada apa-apa soalan tak? Do you have any question for your lesson and assessment plan? Ada soalan tak? Tak ada. Alright. Now, if you look at your VLE, you akan dapat assignment, right? So, for your individual assignment, okay, you open your individual assignment, you will see the question there, okay? You will see the question and also there's a rubric, okay, rubric for your answer. So, for this individual assignment, you need to send through VLE, okay, through VLE not later than 26th of October 2020. Okay, so your submission, okay, you can attach your file into the VLE. It's either in pages, words, or PDF format. Okay, so you just attach your answer through the VLE. Then you send it to me through VLE. I don't condone any plagiarism. Okay, plagiarism strictly prohibited. So if you have to refer to any sources, please recognize, please give credit to the author in your references. If I see that any plagiarism, I give you 0. If I see 2 or more people have the same answer, I give 0 as well. Okay, I give you some time to explain. Then if I don't satisfy, I give you 0. Any question? Okay. Any question about your individual assignment? So for individual assignment, you need to read the article. Okay, you read the article, and then you need here you need to do some research and look at the website for references. Okay, the website is there in the VLE in the question. Then you can answer the question. So you can submit. Okay, you can submit the individual assignment anytime from now until 20 until 26th of October. Meaning you can send early or not later than 26. 27 I won't accept any submission of individual assignment. Okay, any question tak for your individual assignment that you wanted to clarify? Hmm? Tak ada. Alright. Then you look at your group assignment. No, group assignment. When I say group assignment, meaning it need to be done in groups. Okay. Last semester, there is student who failed this subject. Why? Because they did not submit group assignment. Because he did not have a group. So one way of doing this, okay, you need from now, you need to get yourself into group. there may be some problem because you don't stay at the campus. You may stay, let's say, far from each other. So what you can do is you need to communicate with the members of this group or member of this class, either WhatsApp. You can use the WhatsApp group platform, okay, to communicate with each other to find your group members, or you can use this team platform to talk to each other. All right. So how many person in a group? Uh, at least three. Okay, three is good. Four is better. Five I still accept, but it's going to be a crowd. Okay, because five people in a group, they're bound to be passengers, meaning those people who do not do works but just get credit. So the ideal number is four. Okay, the ideal number is four. So from now on, okay, from this week, you try to get members for your group. Try to market yourself lah. Okay, you're a marketing student. You try to market yourself. Why you should be accepted in that group, or why people should attend your group. Okay, so the ideal number is four people. Okay, the ideal number is four people. For this, okay, written report can be in Word format. Okay, not later than 21st of December, the report. But then the presentation is sometime from 21st to 28th. Now, for this group assignment, you need to identify business, okay, who have not embraced what they call this marketing or internet marketing. So, for example, let's say a pakcik in, let's say, in your place, maybe he's selling crepe or he's selling batik, and he's doing this business, traditional business, for quite some time. He had not embraced marketing, he had not embraced internet marketing, or he did not embrace any form of marketing. He just been doing this for quite some time, traditional business. So what I need you to do as a group is to come up with a television ad for this person or for this business. The ad should be 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, 30 to 45 second television advertisement for the company or for this business. Okay, when I say company, it can be sole proprietor, it can be a village ataupun perniagaan kampung, for example. Okay, perniagaan persorangan. Okay, you design a 30 to 45 second television ad. Alright, for the business. And then before you design the advertisement, you need to decide your message. Okay, the message strategy. We're going to learn about the message strategy, okay, in coming weeks. Then you justify why you use that message, why you use that creative message in your television advertisement. So what you need to do is to create this television advertisement, put it in the YouTube, and then get the link, and you just put the link in your written report. Okay, so your written report will talk about your justification for your creative message, justification of how you do that how and why you do that television advertisement. But the television advertisement itself will be in the YouTube. So you just give me the link for me to watch that television advertisement. So, do you have any question about this? Soalan? Soalan? Tak ada. Alright. So next week saya akan tanya your group members. Okay, sebab saya tak nak nanti macam like previous semester, dah sampai at the end of the semester baru saya tahu tak ada group members. Okay, so I do not want to repeat this semester. So next week I need to make sure that every and each one of you have their group members already. You belong in a group already. Alright. So next week I will ask about your group members, ya. Okay tak? Korang okay tak ni? Ada soalan?
Okay.
Alright. Now, let's go to the lecture. Okay, for this semester, lecture I will not share the slides. What you need to do, you need to open your VLE and you need to open the slide yourself. Okay, you need to open your slide yourself, and I'm also going to open the slide myself. So I'm going to talk about the slide, but without sharing the slide at the screen. So you need to open the slide yourself. So for this week, you go to week 1. Okay, week 1 of your VNE. You look at the slide entitled Introduction to Integrated Marketing Communication. Alright, have you find it? Semua dah jumpa? Jumpa tak the slide?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Okay, because so far I tengok hanya beberapa saja yang on. So that is one part that is the rule that we have to set here, so that there are engagement going on. That's number 1. And number 2, alright? So
okay, semua dah buka ke? The slide? Semua dah jumpa slide tu?
Some of feedback from you guys. Even if I don't
Okay, now. Apa tu?
To say.
Suara lecture perempuan tu kuat sangat.
Apa dia?
Suara lecture perempuan tu kuat sangat. Tak dengar.
Cepat. Oh, cepat sangat. Okay, I'll talk to you.
Tak, suara yang kat belakang tu, yang lagi seorang lecturer tu kuat sangat. Still dengar kuat.
Okay, right. Okay, never mind. I'll go somewhere else. Sekejap ya. No problem. This one should be okay. Right. Is it better now?
Dah okey, dah okey.
Okay. Awak jangan suruh saya pergi keluar daripada geni campus. Alright, now. Okay, how are we going to conduct this lecture? Okay. Every week we will do this. Okay, you open your own slide. I'm going to talk about the slide. Okay, why? Because if I learned that from previous semesters, when I share the slide, the slide on the screen, I am unable to see you. Means I can't see your reaction. Okay, I can't see your reaction whether you understand or not. But the most important thing is I don't see you. I can't determine whether you are there. Okay. So it's a disadvantage. Now we do this. Okay, so I can see your reaction. I can see your emotion. So I can somehow tell whether you understand, whether you're following the class or not. You need to ask me question. Okay, if you don't understand, you can ask me question. Okay, during the lecture. During the lecture also there will be questions for us to discuss. There will be case study for us to discuss. All right. Um, there won't be any marks for discussion, but it's for your own goods. Why? Because when you ask question, when we do discussion, when we do the case study, it's somehow a revision as well. I also will give you some homework. Okay, homework. There's no marks for homework. Okay, because for this for every subject, okay, for every subject, every 3 hours of face-to-face classes, there should be 6 hours of non-face-to-face. Non-face-to-face study means that 6 hours non-face-to-face study is your own revision. Okay, so to guide your revision, I will give you question for you to look up. Okay, for your own revision. So your revision will be guided. So you won't be you won't have to read so many things. You just be guided with the questions that I gave you for the homework. Okay, so you don't need to submit to me the answers. It's for your own revision. Tapi kalau awak nak bagi juga tak apa for me to check whether it's correct or not. Alright. So ada soalan tak on how we going to conduct this class? Ada? Ada ke? Ada tak?
Tak ada saya.
Tak ada rasa
Ah,
masalah.
Korang ni macam tak berada di sini. Okay. Now. Okay, I know this class is 9 o'clock. Okay, 9 o'clock. So if you need to eat while the class or drink while having this class, no problem. Okay, I don't mind. Because maybe 9 o'clock is too early for your breakfast. So you go. You can have breakfast while having this while attending this class. Okay, no problem. Right. If there's no question, I'll start the lecture. Okay. So this is advertising and promotion strategy. So when we talk about advertising, okay, advertising reflects the current situation. For example, like now the COVID, okay, COVID-19 pandemic. So when you advertise, okay, for example, like let's say you are selling sanitizer. Okay, you're selling sanitizer. So sanitizer is very easy to sell right now. Why? Because it reflects the current situation, correct? But you're selling tourism, for example. Okay, tourism. So it's very hard for you to sell tourism because of the pandemic. People may not be able to travel. But for domestic traveling, domestic tourism, then how do you convince people to go to your tourist destination? For example, let's say you have a chalet somewhere in Jandabai, for example. So how do you convince people to go to your chalet? Because people are afraid with the pandemic. They're afraid that they catch that virus. So how do you convince people to come to your chalet? Maybe you need to say that you sanitize your places, all the rooms, the chalets. Okay, for example, I went to Desaru 3 months back. Okay, 3 months back I went to Desaru. This hotel, okay, the way they convince people that their room is safe, before we enter the room, it was sealed. Okay, it was sealed, stating that this room has been sanitized. Before you come in, we have sanitized this room, so we seal this room. They put a seal, a sticker at the door. So the moment people open the door, the seal will be broken. So if the seal still intact, it shows that nobody enter the room after the room had been sanitized. So it gives us some confidence that, oh yeah, this room is safe. It had been sanitized, and after it had been sanitized, and nobody had come to the room, okay, to tamper the room or to to decontaminate or to contaminate the room. So this is something. It is an advertisement, okay. So it will reflect the current situation. Okay, why? Because now the situation is people are afraid. Okay, people are afraid that they might catch the virus. Okay, so when you are advertising, you need to try to convince the people. You try to stay relevant to the current situation. Muhammad Zuhairi, you understand or not? Muhammad Zuhairi? Muhammad Zuhairi? Okay tak Muhammad Zuhairi? Are you there? Muhammad Zuhairi?
Saya cek saya, line saya saya.
Oh, line awak kenapa?
Ya. Saya refresh saya.
Alright. Right. If you got any internet problem, cakap ya. Now, marketers, okay, marketers has always been, like you guys, always been criticized because you are self-serving and you're sometimes paranoid. Why? Because when you market or you advertise your product, you don't think about the consumer. You only think about selling your product. Okay, meaning you don't care whether the consumer suffer because of your product. You only care that more sales. Okay, you only care about selling your product and getting profit. So that's why marketers, they always be criticized as being self-serving, meaning mementingkan diri sendiri, selfish, right? You as a marketer, okay, if you look at the next slide, you see that the social change and anxiety that come together with the changes. This is more relevant to what I talked about just now about the COVID-19. You talk about the social change. You talk about the social anxiety. So people now are very, anxiety means when they are afraid or they are thinking or they're concerned about something. Okay, the concern of the society. What is the current concern? So right now, what's the current concern of the society? Apart from COVID-19, what is your concern? What concerns you every day when you wake up? What do you think? What is you so afraid of? What you concerned about this life?
Safety.
Nor what?
Safety, sir. Safety.
Siapa tu?
Saya.
Okay. Safety about what?
COVID-19 takut merebak lagi teruk PKP kedua.
That Noradia.
Sir,
Yeah.
saya
Where are you,
mungkin
Noradia?
Yes, sir.
Noradia, where are you? Turn on your camera, Noradia.
Answer line.
Noradia.
Ya.
Noradia. Switch on your camera.
Tak sure. Saya punya laptop stuck.
Okay, I will always do this. Okay, satu, saya akan tanya soalan. Why? Because I need you to engage. Alright. I need you to engage and I need you to be. I need you to stay awake. And but most important thing is I want to know what's going on in your mind. So Noradia, what concern you about life? Noradia, where are you?
Ya, kejap. Saya punya laptop stuck.
Muhammad Afiq. Muhammad Afiq,
Yes, sir.
where are you?
Sir.
What concern you in life?
Concern me in life. Apa? Concern.
Apa yang
sah?
Apa yang bila awak bangun tidur, apa yang awak risaukan? Apa yang mengganggu fikiran awak?
Bagi saya future lah.
Apa dia? Future?
Future.
Demi?
Bila saya bangun, apa yang merisaukan macam apa yang akan jadi hari ni. Macam tu lah.
Your future. Why do you concern about your future?
Ya, semua orang nak pastikan yang future dia yang terbaik. So macam kita bangun, kita tak tahu apa akan jadi hari ni, apa yang terbaik untuk hari ni.
So can I say that one of the concern is, let's say after you graduate, whether you got job or not?
Ya, lebih kurang tu.
Your job opportunity, correct? So now, those are the things yang a marketer need to understand. Okay, what are the concern about the society? So why? Because the concern is the problem of the consumer. As a marketer, you need to solve the problem. Why? Because if your product, okay, doesn't solve any problem, then nobody going to buy your product. Correct? Because when you buy a product, you wanted to solve problem. For example, let's say you need to attend online classes, for example. So that is your problem. Okay, that's your problem. So how do you solve the problem? You need to be connected. You need to be connected. You need good internet. You need a good hardware like a laptop or a PC. So that PC, that internet, good internet is the solution to your problem. Okay, if you do not need to attend online classes, so you don't need good internet connection. Why? Because let's say you need to go to the class face to face, physical class. So why do you need internet connection, right? But then now you need to go to internet classes or the online classes. So the problem is you need good internet connection and also a PC or a laptop, a hardware. So that is the solution to your problem. So you know that a product, when you're a marketer, you need to, when you sell a product, when you try to market your product, you need to tell the consumer this is the solution to your problem. Okay, this is the solution to your anxiety. This is a solution to your concern. So the moment you can solve that problem, then people will buy your product. People will buy your idea. People will subscribe to your service. Okay, why? Because advertisement, if you go to the next slide, advertisement are meant for human. We are selling to human. Okay, we're selling our product, we're selling our service, we're selling our idea to human. So human come with their concern. Human have problems. So how do you sell, or how do you uh, get people to buy your product, service, or idea is by solving their problem. So you need to understand human. So um, that's why marketing is a very exciting subject, especially my subject. Okay, I teach consumer behavior, I teach advertising and promotion, but I have the same advice for all of you. Okay, for marketing subject, you need to go out often. You need to observe people. Okay, you can go to the mall, for example. Okay, you go to the mall, you just sit there doing nothing and just observe the people behavior. You see how people choose their product. What makes a product appeal to some people and doesn't appeal to some other? So um, I would advise you to go out there and to observe people. Okay, to observe their behavior, to observe how they choose a product. Even if you're in the social media, for example, you look at the behavior of people. Why people like a certain social media, they dislike certain social media. Why certain social media have many likes, have many shared, have many viewed, and why some social media do not have any likes or have do not have many followers. So you observe that, and you observe how people selling through social media. Um, let's say you are driving, you look at the billboard. Now you have either the normal billboard or you have the electronic billboard. You see how advertising, how marketers do advertising through billboards, for example. You try to learn from that. Okay, so my subject, my subject is something that not only through textbook, not through research through the internet or through reading a lot of materials. My subject is about you go out there and try to understand the real world. You try to understand how marketers in real world advertise their product, advertise their service. Even during the Sabah election last week, for example, you see how they campaign. That is a form of advertising and promotion as well. You go to the movies, you see how um, advertisers or marketers advertise their product before the movie starts, or how brands are promoted or advertised during the movie, for example. Okay, so those are the things that you need to observe. Okay, um, you watch Netflix, for example. Okay, Netflix. Those who have a Netflix subscription, you can watch Netflix. You can watch documentaries in Netflix, and you see how people advertise or promote their product through Netflix. So my subject, okay, you can learn through books, you can through the internet, you can learn through observation of people's behavior. You can also learn by watching Netflix. Okay, so it's there's no there's no reason for you to fail this subject, because every day you can learn about this subject. Now, if you go to the next slide, okay, there are four major factors that give rise to advertising. One is capitalism, all right. Second is industrial revolution. Third is modern branding, and final one is modern mass media. Okay, capitalism is the root word from the word capital. Capital means modal. Okay, um, so if you wanted to know more about capitalism and the effect of capitalism to the society, you can watch Netflix. Okay, in Netflix you watch this. The title of this documentary is "Saving Capitalism." So that documentary not long. It's very around 1 hour 40 minutes, something like that. It talks about capitalism. Uh, how capitalists had bend the rules to their favor. That's why you see um, the terms about 99%, bottom 99%, the top 1%. Okay, how a rich person become richer and how poor people become poor. Okay, why? Because capitalism is all about free market. It's all about competition. Okay, but when we talk about free market, we talk about competition. Uh, the idea is, okay, the idea is it need to be fair. It need to be a level playing field. Everyone have the same opportunity to succeed. But over the time, capitalism had give advantage to the big corporations. That's why you see that richer become richer, poorer become poorer. The the gap, okay, the income gap become wider and wider. Okay, we are not against rich people because we need people to be rich for them to pay taxes. But the problem now is the poor are the one who pays tax and the rich pay less tax. For example, if you read the news today, all right, New York Times had disclosed Donald Trump. Okay, President Donald Trump, who are a businessman before, for the past 15 years, do not pay tax. The 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 biggest amount that he paid last year is $750. You just imagine Donald Trump, a billionaire, paying $750 in tax. I think I pay more tax than him. Yeah, this shows that capitalism has been skewed towards the rich. Okay, so you can watch that documentary in Netflix to know more about capitalism. But why, how capitalism um, contribute to marketing or advertising? Because um, when you have capitalism, you have businesses. Businesses is all about competition, right? So when you wanted to compete with your competitors, you need to provide brand awareness about your product to the consumer. So brand awareness can only be achieved through advertising and promotion. So the more people compete against each other to widen their market share, they need advertising and promotion. They need to advertise and promote their product. So as capitalism rises, so as advertising and promotion. The same reason for industrial revolution. Why? Because industrial revolution is about capitalism. It's all about competition. So when they wanted to promote their product, of course, it contribute to advertising and also promotion. Um, Modern mass media. Okay, modern mass media is it's like about television, radios. Okay, that's all mass media. Newspaper, magazine, mass media. The media that you know about, um, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, that is social media, okay, or new media. Any question at this stage? Ada soalan? Ada
Tak ada,
soalan?
sir.
Alright. Now, if you go to the next slide, okay, the communication process. Okay, the communication process. This is a process for you to communicate to your consumer. One, you have the sender. Okay, the sender, whereby you need to capture the consumer attention. So when we talk about advertisement, it's all about interruption. Okay, it's all about interruption. For example, your group assignment. Okay, your group assignment, when you need to do 30 to 45 seconds of television advertisement, right? So basically, when you advertise to your client or you advertise to the consumer, basically you are telling the consumer, hey, look, give me 30 to 45 seconds of your attention, 30 to 45 seconds of your life to me. Why? Because I wanted to tell you about my product. So that is interruption. You are interrupting the consumer's time for you to advertise your product. So advertisement is all about interruption. You are interrupting the consumer's life for their attention. Mean, give attention to me, give attention to my message. So this the objective, okay, of advertisement or objective of marketers for you to think, how do you less disrupt the life of the consumer? If you need to disrupt the life of the consumer, how to make the consumer doesn't feel bad about it, or how to make the consumer feel okay, I'm willing to be interrupted. Maybe you come up with an interesting or attractive advertisement, so I don't mind to be interrupted. Or you interrupt the consumer less. For example, the consumer doesn't realize that they've been interrupted. For example, the consumer wanted to watch a movie, for example. So in that movie, had featured your product. For example, if you watch the Avengers, okay, Avengers, you see this scene, Black Widow riding a motorbike. So that motorbike is basically a Harley Davidson motorbike. So the consumer doesn't really interrupt because they are spending the time to watch the movie. But in the movie, they saw a Harley Davidson bike. So that is what we call branded entertainment, whereby a marketer wanted to advertise their product, but they do not want to interrupt the time of the consumer. So branded entertainment is a new form of advertisement. Okay, why? Because the first rule is advertisement and promotion is an interruption. So your objective is how to advertise to the consumer with less or no interruption at all. So if you can find a way to market your product or advertise your product to the consumer without any interruption, so that is the best marketing, or that's the best advertisement and promotion that you can devise. All right. And then when you send the message to the consumer will encode. Okay, will encode. When you send, you need to encode the message to something. For example, like when I'm talking to you right now, I'm talking through the, what do you call this, a laptop, right? So this laptop will encode whatever I'm saying to you. Means it goes to the fiber optic and goes to you, then you see what you see right now. All right, that's encoding. How do we encode that? By using the transmission device, this laptop, the internet, the satellite. That's all the transmission devices. Then when you see this message, when you see me, you are decoding. Okay, you're decoding the message. Okay, you see my face, you hear my voice, so you are decoding. Okay, just now when I say something through this laptop, the word been encoded. So when it reached you, it was decoded. Then you receive. Okay, you receive the message, and then when you receive the message, let's say you didn't hear my voice, like just now you said, um, sir, Sharin, we can't hear you, but we can hear someone else talking. And that is what we call feedback. Okay, so as a marketer, you need to communicate your marketing message to the consumer. There will be some channels for you to convey that message, and it is good for you to get feedback from your customer. That's why you see sometimes people put their reply or comment. Why? Because they wanted to know what is the feedback of the consumer after the consumer had used your product, after the consumer had used your service. What do they feel about your product? Do they like it? Then if like it, then you know that it is a potential loyal customer. But if they don't like it, why? Why? Because you wanted to know how are you going to improve your product or service. Okay, that's why when you say that, let's say your reply, I don't like your service, then the next column is why. Okay, is there any area for you to improve? Okay, so this is something that you can learn from your mistake. Okay, but there is a research saying that even if you like the product, you should you should ask your consumer why they like the product, because research shows that when the consumer try to justify why they like the product, why they purchase that product, it somehow it enhance their belief that the product is good. Why? Because let's say I bought this Apple Pencil, for example. Let's say it cost me a bomb, 300 to 400 ringgit. Okay. Um, but then if I need to justify to Apple why I like this Apple Pencil, so while justifying to Apple, I also justify to myself that it is a good purchase. It is a good product. So I feel good about this purchase, for example. So research shows that even if the consumer like your product, you go and ask them why they like this product. Why? Why? Because you want them to confirm and feel good about the purchase. So they can become they can become a loyal customer. Okay. Then go to the next slide. Integrated marketing communication. Okay, integrated marketing communication. Now, what is the meaning of integrated marketing communication? The previous slide, we talk about the communication process. The next slide, we're talking about the integrated communication, integrated marketing communication. So what is that? Or IMC, integrated marketing communication, or IMC. So what is IMC? We know that advertising and promotion can be through mass media, for example, like a newspaper, magazine, television, radios, and it can be mass media. Mass media like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all that. Now, what we call, what we mean by IMC is you're not only communicating about your product through one channel only, meaning you only advertise through Instagram. But IMC means you communicate about your product through multiple channel. You put your advertisement in newspaper, you put a television advertisement, radios, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I give you one example. Grab, for example, Grab Food. Okay, Grab Food or Food Panda. Grab Food and Food Panda, they came from the gig economy, means from internet economy. It come through mobile apps. Okay, but you can see Food Panda and Grab Food also advertise in billboards. They also advertise through television. They also advertise to radios. This is what we call integrated marketing communication. Why? Because people need to be reminded about the brand over and over again. The moment you wake up in the morning, first thing you do, most of us, apa kita buat?
Tengok
Nik Maisara.
phone.
Tengok phone. Alright. Maksudnya bila tengok phone, awak tengok apa? Instagram. Awak tengok Twitter. Alright. WhatsApp. So, now, let's say the moment you wake up, okay, in the morning, you scroll through your social media feed. And then you see Grab Food advertisement, okay, sponsored content in your Instagram. Okay, you see, okay, Grab Food. It may not be relevant for you at that moment. And then you go take a bath. You may switch on your radio, for example. Then you hear, while you're bathing, you hear jingles about Grab Food. And it may not occur for you that you may need standard of Grab Food service at that point of time because you're just bathing, right? And then you go to work, okay? You go to the campus, for example, or you go somewhere. You are driving, or you take the bus. You're looking out of the window. You see a billboard about Grab Food. Again, you'll be reminded about Grab Food. Then come to lunch. Okay, come to lunch. You need to eat something. You may feel that you do not want to go out for lunch. Now, the first thing come to your mind is Grab Food. Why? Because from the morning, you'll be reminded about Grab Food over and over again. Okay, so why you need to have IMC? One of the reason of IMC is you need to remind your customer, you need to remind your consumer about your product over and over again from multiple channel. Okay, so that is IMC. Now, integrated marketing communication plan. Okay, what you need to do? Next slide. What do you need to have in your marketing plan? In your IMC plan? You need to have a current situational analysis. You need to have your SWOT analysis. You guys know about SWOT analysis? You learn about SWOT analysis before? Right, cool. Siapa yang belum yang tak pernah baru hari ni dengar tentang SWOT analysis? Put up your hand. Semua pernah dengar? Okay. Then you need to have your market objective. Who are your target markets? Your marketing strategies, your marketing tactics, your implementation plan. Then lastly, your evaluation of your performance. Okay, for example, let's say your objective is to increase market sales. So after your implement your IMC MNC plan, you need to evaluate how many sales that have you done after you do the MNC plan. Maksudnya Adakah jumlah jualan awak bertambah? Does it increase? Or is it stagnant? Or is it decreasing? So you need to evaluate why. What goes wrong? Alright? Okay, next slide. Muhammad Amiluddin. Muhammad Amiluddin?
Yes, sir.
Where are you, Muhammad Amiluddin? Switch on your camera. Alright, Muhammad Amiluddin, what are the key purposes of a SWOT analysis? Why do you conduct SWOT analysis? Muhammad Amiluddin, you are on your what do you call this? Your speaker is on mute.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Can you see me clearly?
Yes. Okay, now.
Okay.
What's the key purpose of that?
Key purpose of we are doing the SWOT analysis is we can analyze our company's strength, weakness, opportunity, and traits. In order for our company become more stronger maybe in the market.
Okay. Why conducting SWOT analysis makes your company become stronger?
Because when we know our strength and also weakness, so we can improve it.
Alright. Okay, now. Nur Farida Hanim. Nur Farida Hanim. Nur Farida Hanim. Nur Farida Hanim ni mana? Nur Farida Hanim, where are you? Switch on your camera, Nur Farida.
No.
Yeah. Nur Farida Hanim, switch on your camera.
Saya.
Alright. So why do you conduct SWOT analysis?
Because we want to compete with other competitors in the market.
Okay. What are the information in SWOT analysis that tells you how to compete in the market?
We know the opportunity that the market give to our company. So if we do the business, we need to know the opportunity to solve the consumer problems.
Okay. Alright. Now, okay, go to the next question. Okay, no, go to the next question. Question is define clutter. Name some of the form of clutter in marketing communication. Ani Sofia. Siapa Ani Sofia? Switch on your camera, Ani Sofia. Mana Ani Sofia ni? Ani Sofia. What is a clutter? Clutter. Awak tengok dekat slide tu. Dia question dia define clutter.
Saya tak boleh buka slide sebab saya guna phone. Ada laptop lagi kat KL.
That's a problem tu. Awak nak beli laptop tak, saya boleh hantar.
You boleh lah sebab I pun guna phone juga.
Macam mana tu? Muhammad Abdudin.
Okay,
Okay,
kan kalau phone kita boleh tengok apa ni nama yang kita boleh ubah screen tu. Maksudnya choose lah. Pilih salah satu. You nak tengok muka sir ke you nak tengok slides?
Okay, jap.
So dengar sir cakap sambil buka slides.
So, I kena buka dekat ni kan, ECT ni dulu kan?
Yes. Buka ICT dan klik dekat
e-learning.
that topic. Yes, first topic tu. Dia akan download dulu.
Yeah, correct. You don't have to see me. You just look at the slide. I need to see you to make sure that you are there.
Jap.
Dah ke Ani Sofia?
Jap, saya tengah download.
Hmm. Okay, Nur Akidah. Nur Akidah. Mana Nur Akidah?
Yes, sir.
Mana awak switch on your camera?
Jap.
Okay, Nur Akidah. Define clutter. Clutter tu apa?
Clutter is referring to the normally excessive amount of advertisement messages consumers that are exposed to on a daily basis.
Ya. Asal jawapan awak macam textbook. Tapi sebut. Right?
Google.
Good one. Google. Yeah, that's the thing, when you do online classes, the computer is in front of you, so you can Google the answers lah kan. So that's the advantage of online classes. Now, Ani Sofia. Go back to you. Apa contoh-contoh clutter dalam marketing communication? What are the example of clutters in marketing communication?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, dia clutter ni. Macam Nur Akidah. Google dulu. Google. Alright.
Macam
Later.
broadcast. Print
Apa
online.
dia? Macam online apa dia?
Print online, I mean the clutter.
Okay, there are too many things. Maksudnya there are too many advertisement. Okay, too many messages. For example, macam tadi kan. When you say, Sharin, we can't hear you because we can hear someone else talking at the back. Alright, that is clutter. Meaning you got two different messages at the same time. So the same as marketing. So you're not the only one who are trying to selling your product to the consumer. There are billions of marketers, billions of product try to get attention, right? So that is what we call clutter. Means you got too much information, too many things going on at the same time. For example, right now, you're let's say you are listening to me, then maybe you have a radio at the back, maybe you are scrolling your social media, maybe your parents yelling at you to do this thing, blah blah blah, you know. So that's all clutters. Okay, those things try to get your attention. Right, those are the forms of clutter in marketing. All right. So if you look at the next slide, pardon me, siapa tu? Any question? Ada nak tanya soalan ke? Muhammad Adli, awak nak tanya soalan ke Muhammad Adli? Tak. Okay, right. Okay. Now go to the next slide. Look at the trends. Okay, trends. If you look at the slide, you see there are a few trends in advertising and promotion. One is increase in global competition. Okay, when we talk about clutter just now, and especially during this information age, whereby you can reach people from different geographical location. So there's an increase of global competition. Why? Because, for example, your company may be in Malaysia, but you may have a consumer in Indonesia. You may have clients in London, for example. So when you go to London, when you sell your product in London, okay, there may be some company in London who sell the same thing as you do. Okay, so now peniaga in London not only have to compete with competitors in London, but also need to compete with competitors from Kuala Lumpur. So there's a increasing global competition. So when you do your device, your advertisement and promotion, you need to understand who is your target market. Are you selling is your consumer or target market in not only in Malaysia but in other area as well? So you need to devise your creative message to conform with that target market. Another trend is accountability. How do you be accountable? Maksudnya accountability means kepertanggungjawapan. Maksudnya this have to do something with ethics. Okay, ethics means how ethical are you in marketing your product? For example, you are selling facial whitening, for example, skin whitening. How safe is your product? Does it do harm to your consumer? Okay, you see all this issue. Okay, all this issue orang yang letak melanin kat dalam dia punya face whitening and all that. So it's harmful to the consumer. So you need to be accountable. Integration of digital media. This is what we learn lah, IMC. Okay, how do you integrate all this digital media? How do you integrate your messages in TikTok? Is it the same with your Instagram? Is it the same with your Facebook? Is it the same with your email marketing? Increases in brand parity. Why? Because now there's so many goods or so many products which have the same or similar quality. For example, how can you tell the difference between iPhone 11 and Samsung Galaxy Note S? What's the latest now? S20. I do not know. So what's the difference? It's kind of the same, right? So it's what we call brand parity, where the brand or the product have a similar features. Then how do you differentiate? And then the trend is what was the role as of IMC? How do you use that IMC to your advantage? Changes in channel power. This is, for example, mass media, for example. Previously, you have mass media like television, radio, and all that. Then now you have social media. Now the audience now more in social media. So the power now with the social media. but there are people who watch television, but not so much. For example, between you and I, how many are you are watching news through television right now? Nobody, right? Nobody watch news, bulletin utama through television anymore. Most of us watching news from the internet. So that's what we call changes in channel power. Integration of media platform, again, is IMC, and emphasis on consumer engagement. This is why engagement is so important. Why? Because last time when mass media, there's not so much engagement. But with social media, you have engagement. For example, if you do Instagram Live, for example, you can talk to your customer, engage. Why? Because research shows that the more engaged is the consumer or the more engaged is the customer, the more loyal that they become. So to get a loyal customer, you need to engage. You need to get the consumer to talk to you. Okay. For example, that's why I ask. I always encourage students to engage. Not meaning to talk to me. So when you talk to me, then I know that you understand. That is a form of engagement, meaning the same as marketing. You need to talk to your customer, and you need the customer to talk back to you. All right. Okay. Now, we're going to do case study. Okay. I give you 50 minutes. Okay. You look at your VLE. At the same under the slide, you see Meat Puns, Old Time Ice Cream and Chocolate Shop. Okay, I give you 50 minutes to read. Then after 50 minutes, we go to discuss. Right, now it's 10:15 and 10:19. See you 10:40. Can you read the case study? Then you look at the question. Try to attempt to get a skeleton of answers. Then we're going to discuss the answer in 10:40. Is it okay? Okay. I see you at 10:40.
Okay, sir.
Alright. Alright. You can discuss among yourself, no problem. But I'm going to switch off my camera and my speaker. But you can stay in this platform and discuss among yourself. Okay, before I come back at 10:40. Okay. Alright. Okay, guys. Welcome back. Kita baca case study. Guys, welcome back. Have you read the case study? Guys,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Siti Syarah?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum guys. You guys there?
Waalaikumsalam. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Nick Juliza, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Class?
Yes, sir.
Semua dah datang balik ke ni?
Dah, sir.
Yes, sir. Dah.
Muhammad Adli, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Adli, you're on mute. Awak mute tu.
Oh, ya, ya.
Boleh dengar ke Muhammad Adli?
Dengar.
Muhammad Afiq, can you hear me?
Dengar sir bergema.
Okay, guys, after you reading the case study, what do you reckon? Okay, first thing first. What is this all about? Who is Mipan Zuzu?
Ice cream shop owner.
Ice cream and chocolate shop owner.
Hana Bashira?
Yes, sir.
Hana Bashira?
Yes, sir.
Switch on your camera, Hana Bashira.
Dah, sir.
Hana Bashira, who is this Nipan Zuzu?
The owner of the ice cream shop.
Hana Bashira, I can't hear you.
Mipan Zuzu is the owner of the ice cream shop, sir. Dengar tak?
Yeah. Are you on mute? Sebab saya tak dengar.
Sir, dengar tak? Ada tak, sir? Dengar tak?
Yeah, you guys boleh dengar Hana Bashira tak? I can't hear you.
Boleh sir, boleh.
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 Boleh dengar sir.
Muhammad Adli, I also cannot hear you.
Kena chat.
Nampak je sir. Kita orang nampak Hana, nampak Adli.
I think something wrong because I can't hear you guys. Okay. Hana Bashira, try again.
Yes, sir. Dengar tak suara saya? Hello, sir. Okay.
Okay, there's something wrong. I can't hear you guys. Muhammad Afiq, try. Muhammad Afiq, saya tak boleh dengar. Try to speak something.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Memang saya tak dengar. Alright. Okay guys, I think there's some technical problem. Okay, what we do is, I'm going to stop the class right now since kita tak dapat ada some technical problem. So, we're going to discuss, okay, next week, first thing kita akan discuss balik Mipan Zuzu ni sebelum kita start another lecture next week. So, kita akan discuss this case study. Then only we're going to start the next lecture for next week. Okay. Alright. Okay. In that
Okay,
case,
sir.
if you got any problem, you just since there's a technical problem, you just put it in the WhatsApp group ataupun dekat chat ni, so I can try to reply to you guys. So I'll see you next week. Next week, okay. I repeat, next week. First kita akan discuss tentang Mipan Zuzu. Then we go to the next topic. Kalau awak nak tahu what's the next topic, awak tengok yang minggu kedua tu. That is our next topic. Alright. I see you guys next week.
Okay, sir.